All right, Council, we resume.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Honorable Commissioners. Unfortunately, we've run out of time for this witness, so we will require that she comes back next week at Monday or Tuesday. Which one is convenient for you?
I'm traveling for a week.
From which date? Monday is not.
The
You
whole of
won't
next
be
week
here
I'm
on
not
Monday.
here.
Is that what you're saying?
The whole of next week I'm not here.
Then you'd have to come back tomorrow morning, Thursday. All right. Thank you very much. If we can have then you'd expect to have the rest of the documents that you have in your custody. We hope what you don't have, you can reach out to the company, the current managing director, if he has them.
It'll be too short of a notice to. I'll find myself in the same situation I found myself today for the documents that would need further time.
You're saying you're traveling for a week until when? For a week?
Yes, I'll be in the office the subsequent week.
When will you be available? From the 18th?
I can come tomorrow for the rest of the documents which I have with me. And in fact, I would like to leave them here so copies can be made, because these are my only copies. I'm back from the 18th. In the office, back from the 18th.
Okay, the 18th is fine, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thanks.
I call the managing director, Standard Chartered Bank.
To look again. It's good to look again. Oh, thank you.
I thought you said the managing director. Can you get Mr. Keba Bojang, please, so we understand? I was informed by Mr. Bojang that they called to say they were on their way, but that's 1 hour ago. I just want him to confirm that he did serve them on record. Can you check with Mr. Mazegi? Sorry, Mr. Chairman, I'm asking Ms. Faraj to come back because I expected Standard Chartered Bank to be here. They were served, and Mr. Keba Bojang did confirm that he served the secretary, and in fact called them this morning, and they said they extended their apologies and said they were on their way. Obviously, they have not arrived, and they were served for 10 a.m. So I'm applying for a warning to issue that they'll be required to appear tomorrow. And if they don't, the appropriate application will be made against the managing director. I'd just like Mr. Keba Bojang to confirm for the record what he told me.
Okay, good afternoon. I did serve the secretary to the MD, Standard Chartered Bank, yesterday, and I called her this morning, and she did confirm that they'll be running late, and that we should apologize. They apologized that they should be running late. But as of now, they are not yet in here.
Is there any reason why you didn't serve the managing director himself?
Yes, because I was told that whenever I brought a summon, it should be given to the secretary.
Because it's an institution?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, as I said, if they don't appear tomorrow, I'll apply for an appropriate order against the managing director. Thank you. Ms. Faraj, if we may continue. Thank you for your cooperation. Do you have any other documents relating to the share structure of GAM Petroleum, the local company, or GAM Petroleum Limited, the offshore company?
Yes, I do. Following through with the records of the shares, I have photocopies of the share certificates following the restructure in January 2015. Share certificates to the various shareholders.
We do have MS 118C, which is a share sale agreement, which was admitted in respect of the testimony of Mr. Amadou Samba. I'm just going to show you whether you have any documents, including resolutions of the board in relation to this share transfer. This is an unregistered copy.
This was not presented to the board before, so I haven't seen it.
This was submitted through Mr. Samba.
Yes, so it
He
would,
produced it. Do you have any documents in relation to it?
No.
From the company?
no, I would only have a resolution for the new shareholding structure.
Including or excluding Mr. Samba?
Excluding.
Excluding Mr. Samba.
Yes.
There was no resolution approving the transfer of shares?
No, because it wasn't at the board level. Or
Yes,
the-
but normally he would submit it to the board so that you would amend.
Correct.
Yeah.
It
All right,
was,
that's fine. If you don't have it, that's fine.
A meeting
Let's have what you have.
was held with the new shareholders who came to inform us that they are the new shareholders, they've purchased shares.
I see. I see. Okay, there was no resolution of the board accepting this transfer of shares.
No.
All right. All right, thank you. Can I get the exhibit back? Yes, can we have the documents also, the share transfers? Can you collect the
No, share
share
certificates.
or share certificates?
Following the information we received at the board level, I was ordered by the board to recall Mr. Samba's share certificate, cancel it, and reissue new share certificates as per the order of the board. And the board resolutions, the various board resolutions from January 2015 to 26 September 2017, and some of them with the company registry stamp are produced. Finally, you would have copies of annual return form for period 2017, the current period, as filled out by myself and what was printed out at the company registry.
Just 1 minute. Before we move on to some other topic, is there any reason why we don't have resolutions before January 2015?
The reason would be that I was unable to search, given the short notice. Prior to 2015, given that there was a new board, the other documents were archived, but they're available for me to go through and confirm. These were the ones that I have in the current company register.
All right. All right.
Yes, the final documents. Annual returns.
For which period?
2017, to show the
2017. The January, filed in January 2017?
No, filed in June because the company registry says that forms have particular dates, so they can only amend each annual return as per the dates that they have.
All right. So we'll expect to receive the annual returns for previous years.
If it's requested, I assume that this was fine as it was. But if that is what you want as well, we will produce it.
Yes, if you would, because
Yes, but be guided that the annual returns in this form only came about in 2014.
2013.
14 with the new act. Prior to that,
Yes,
it was the
if we
different.
can have the annual returns prior to
As
2017, since we are going to give you time.
that's not a problem.
Yes. What else do you have?
That would conclude, well, on my part, the matter of the share structures from inception. Records
Yes.
of shares, as per the summons.
Yes, except for those that are outstanding.
Except
The
for-
resolutions prior to 2015 and the annual returns.
Yes, the resolution, yes. As far as the share structure is concerned, that's what I have provided. The resolutions is another, is completely different.
You have provided resolutions from 2015 to 2017.
Yes,
You said there was no time,
Correct.
if I understand. So I'm saying when you come back, we will expect you to produce at least the resolutions from 2008 or 9 or thereabouts, since you became secretaries to GAM Petroleum. You have other documents?
yes, the audited accounts. They are my only copies. Each audited account, each shareholder has a copy, original copy. Company registry has a copy, and GRA has a copy. And the company itself should have a copy as well, and I maintain copies. Sometimes we photocopies because the auditors would not have made enough copies to distribute to the shareholders. And these are from 2010 to 2016. For the past, where the company would not forward certain documents and they themselves would distribute it to shareholders, etc. So we've had a back and forth where we had to explain to them, you must send it to our office first, and then we will distribute it. Otherwise,
Right.
we don't have a copy, and we don't know what's been distributed.
Okay. Have you been holding shareholders meetings?
Yes. Not as frequently as directors. Of recent, for about between 2015 and 2016, they've been battling with the accountant because the management accounts were not in order. And in order to hold the shareholders meeting, you need to make sure that the auditor's accounts are completed. So
Yeah,
it had to go back and forth. But as of the last board of directors meeting, it was resolved that one of the directors meeting be converted to a shareholders meeting to fall in line with the law to hold an annual general meeting.
All right. So there haven't been regular annual general meetings at which the audited accounts were presented.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. We'll have those documents and.
The witness summons mentioned the valuation of assets or shares by SGF.
Yes.
I'm not aware of that. The valuation of
the valuation of assets by
SGF.
SGS. Yes. If you don't have them, that's fine. We will ask the previous managers of GAM Petroleum, that's Euro African Group, to produce it. Because this is mentioned.
The valuation of assets by Deloitte exists. There is no valuation of assets by PKF, as far as I'm aware.
Okay. Do you have a copy of the valuation of Deloitte?
Yes, made in May 2008.
It's a valuation of shares.
Yes,
What is it called?
it says Statement of Affairs.
Sorry?
It's headed Statement of Affairs.
Statement of affairs.
And I believe that's where the valuation of how they came about.
Okay, because what we requested was the valuation of shares. You believe that's contained in that
This
document?
would have the 35,
All
35 million.
Okay. All right. Is there another document?
The special audits would,
Yes.
I would assume that these are the audits, not by the company auditors, but by the, a third party, which is DT Associates. And in October 2014 or thereabouts.
There are two audits. Are you saying there are two
Yes,
audits?
From 2013, it was understood that the public shareholders requested for audits of the company.
And the audit report is in 2 volumes, or is it
No, two different audits.
Two
took
different
place.
audits.
Every
Okay.
year, an audit took place, and they hired DT Associates.
All right. That's the final document that you have.
Yes.
All right. Can you collect those documents, please? Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted copies of share certificates in GAM Petroleum Storage Facility Company Limited, issued to GNPC Amadou Samba, GPA, Gambia Port, well, it says GPA actually, SSHFC, Muhammad Bazi, Fadi Mazegi, Minister of MOFEA, I believe Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, GNPC, and GPA, all dated 10th February. Well, all dated February 2015, but 3 of them don't have a date. Sorry, Ms. Faraj, you were saying these 3 don't have a date, don't have a day. They have the month, but not the day. Is there any reason why that is so? February 2015, but it doesn't have the day, which the others are dated 10th February 2015. Is there any reason? It was just an oversight?
It might have been an oversight.
Right.
They would, in any event, ought to be dated at the same time as the resolution that provided for the new share structure.
All right.
So maybe it's the same date.
I'm also applying to have admitted ordinary, it's called ordinary and extraordinary resolutions of GAM Petroleum Storage Facility, but they are board resolutions. Well, 2 board resolutions. Board resolutions, as well as two shareholders resolutions, and 2 written resolutions. These are resolutions without a meeting having been called. Ms. Faraj. The written resolutions are resolutions without a meeting having been called.
Correct. Pursuant to the Companies Act.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm also applying to have admitted annual returns for 2017. Audited financial statements for 2010 from 2010 to 2016. And 2 reports issued by DT Associates in 2013 being evaluation of Gambia Petroleum Storage Facility Company Limited, and a second one being a final draft report to the shareholders representing the government of the Gambia, which the witness says contains the valuation of shares of the company.
Sorry, no. What contains the valuation of the company is the Deloitte and Touche report in 2008.
Oh, okay. I missed that. That's the photocopy, yes. Okay, there's the final document. Is the statement of affairs, yes. Document which the witness says contains the valuation of shares. Thank you. Come back. You can take both, all. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we'll do that. Letter from solicitors Faraj Andrews, dated 5th June 2017, to the Registrar of Companies. RE, GAM Petroleum Storage Facility Company Limited, annual return for 2017 plus attachments, and a letter from solicitors Faraj Andrews dated 18th September 2017 to the Solicitor General, RE, annual return for 2017, GAM Petroleum Storage Facility Company Limited, plus attachment. Admitted Mark MS 125A. In respect of GAM Petroleum Storage Facility Company Limited, for the following shareholders: 1. SSHFC, 2. Mohamed Bazi, 3. Fadi Mazegi, 4. Minister of Finance, 5. GNPC, that's 2 of them for GNPC, 6. GPA, I have 2 of them for GPA, 7. Amadou Samba. Admitted Mark MS 125C. Bundle of financial statements by PKF accountants for GAM Petroleum Storage Facility Company Limited for the period 31st March 2010 to 31st March 2015. Admitted Mark MS 125D. Evaluation of Gambia Petroleum Storage Facility Company Limited by DT Associates Accountants, dated 23rd April 2013. Admitted Mark MS 125E. Final draft report to the shareholders representing government of the Gambia in GAM Petroleum Storage Facility Company Limited, prepared by DT Associates and dated 2014, admitted Mark MS 125F. There are 2 documents left. One of them does not show who prepared it. It's GAM Petroleum Company Limited Statement of Affairs. Not signed and not dated either. The second one is supposed to have been prepared by PK.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Faraj, number 3 on this list on the summons that you were served refers to minutes of meetings of shareholders and board of directors. You have not produced these ones.
Yes, and The reasons for not producing them is with regards to the privilege of legal advice.
Sorry, I didn't quite get what you said.
The reasons for not submitting them at this stage is based on the concept of privilege of legal advice that we need to advise ourselves on.
Well, that's noted, at least on my part. But you understand that you are summoned as secretary to the company and not as a lawyer of Gambia Petroleum.
Yes, that the position remains the same with regards to any officer of the company. The owners of the documents is the client or the company. The company is Gambia Petroleum. So I am not the owner of the documents, nor are the directors, nor are the shareholders. And the rationale that I'm basing it on is provided for in our profession, in that legal advice that is rendered to clients are kept privileged and can only be waived to the client. Now, the legal advice is not limited to legal opinions or written advice on the law. The position of the common law is that professional advice rendered by lawyers extend to advising parties.
Sorry. It would appear that there is an objection.
I'm explaining why today the minutes of meeting have not been provided. Only explaining it.
Yes, I'll tell you why I asked. Because we have gone beyond the time by almost 40 minutes. And if there is anything controversial, we'll have to take it another time.
Yes.
So we will rise until tomorrow at 10 o'clock.